Okay, this is Craig with Broke Life 101. We are going to go through the verification of the phone. We've got a inquiry in for a iPhone 6 Plus. They say it's in great condition, small nicks and scratches, good used condition. Well, it throws up some small red flags there. It says great condition first, and it says good used condition. So whenever you see something like that, always know you're going to grade it on the low end of the scale. If it says like new, no scratches, no nicks, no dings, perfect condition, then you can go ahead and grade it, in good condition. If it says good used condition, or good used condition, and then great condition, they're sort of playing it up a little bit, and then they go down. Small nicks and scratches, and they're going to have small nicks and scratches, and so for that case, you will judge it on the lower side of the pay scale. So what we got to do is we got to check out this phone. Okay, so they listed the IMEI number, and so we will copy it from the from our form that they sent to us. This is what the form will look like. Yours may look a little different because you may have it set up different, but it'll look something like this. And we will go to our checkers. Now that I put in these links inside your training, your course here, and all you have to do is click them to open them up. You always want to open up both of these plus eBay, and that's how you'll check the pricing. First, we're going to enter the IMEI number. We're going to paste it there. We're going to say we're not a robot. We'll verify it if it pops up. I'm not very good at verifying these for some reason. And okay, we got it right the first time, and we check it. And you scroll down. Okay, well, we instantly got a problem because this phone is blacklisted. It means that the phone is either lost or stolen, or could be that it's not completely paid for through the carrier, and so it's blacklisted. When it's blacklisted, don't even mess with it. Just reply to them that the phone is showing up blacklisted, and you don't do blacklisted phones, and that way you don't ever get in a bind by having a lost or stolen phone, because they're going to give you excuses. Even if it is their phone, they're going to say, well, I paid the bill, and I don't know why it's showing that, and I'll get it straightened out. How much you give me for it? So just say no, and say whenever it's not blacklisted, give me a call back, and we will finish this up. And this will update usually every 24 hours or so, and so don't expect it to just change instantly. So this phone's blacklisted, but let's pretend it's not, and it shows up as an iPhone 6 Plus, just like they said. It's a brand is an Apple, and from there we will go to the next step. You have to use this one to see if it's blacklisted or not, because everybody else besides this site is makes you pay to see if it's blacklisted, and it's not much, but you can check it for free here. The iCloud status is clean, meaning it doesn't show that it's in lost mode or anything like that. It doesn't mean that it's unlocked, so we have to check that whenever we buy the phone to make sure it's not locked to Find My iPhone, and you only have to worry about that with iPhones. But if it's locked to Find My iPhone and you can't get it unlocked from Find My iPhone, then don't buy it when you get there. And there's another way that I'll show you here shortly that you can check that from here to save you the time, but it does cost you. So let's go to the next one, and we will paste it in there, and do our verification again. And we will check it from IMEI.info. And here's everything about the phone. The iPhone 6 Plus, Apple, the serial number, the color silver, memory 16 gigabyte, the production date of it, how old it is, and this will give you the information you need to find out what it's worth. Now, after we come up with the price, and after we quote them a price, and after we make a time to meet, they agree on the price and we're going to meet up, we always pay to check the network and SimLock. Okay, whenever you click this, it will pop up here, and it costs us $2.99. But we are going in there knowing, because they may say this phone is unlocked, which means it's carrier unlocked, which means it can work on any carrier. Well, that boosts the price somewhat whenever you're trying to sell it. And so we check that to make sure that it is unlocked. And we also check to make sure it's not locked out of all carriers. And we pay $2.99 to do that. This has just went up. It used to be $1.99, but for $2.99, the peace of mind is still great, because you will know if they say it's unlocked and it works on any carrier, and it pops up here and it shows that it is locked to Sprint carrier, then you know you can only sell that phone to Sprint users. And if you were to put it was unlocked on your eBay or Swappa listings, and you send that phone off because they buy it because they're going to use it on AT&T, but it'll only work on Sprint, then they're going to get upset. You've got to issue a refund. They got to send it back. You got to pay to send it back because you screwed it up. So you need to make sure that that you know what you're selling. And we do this by paying $2.99. That's the way we do it. And if you pay it, and it's probably within 20 minutes, it shows up all about the phone, who it's locked to, and it shows if it's iCloud locked, which means they have a password on it. It shows everything that we need to know to make a good purchase, and so an informed purchase. But anyway, let's go back, and here's the phone. It's an iPhone 6 Plus, 16 gigabyte. So we're going to go to eBay, and we're going to search for this phone, Apple iPhone 6 Plus, 16 gigabyte. And it's going to show you what you can buy them, or what you can buy them for here. Don't look at that, because what they're asking for doesn't mean that's what you're going to pay for it, or even that's what it's worth. What we do is we go down and we select used. Okay, then we go down and put sold listings. Don't click on completed listings. Click on sold listings, and it'll show all the ones that were sold. So you can see that they're selling from 153, 152, 162, 160, 147, 187. There's a rose gold that are fairly rare, and it's sold for $205. Here's one for $110. There's probably something different about it. That means the reason why it went for 110 instead of up there around 150. But on average, you can look and see that they're going for 160, with the rare exceptions of sometimes. This one's got the box, this one's got everything, and so it's up there. It's unlocked, This one's an AT&T. That's 163, 160. So as you scroll through here, you can see real quick that the common price thing is around 150 and up, which is but the average is 150 to 160. And so as you're just scrolling through these, and you can see that they're the average price is, so there's a 140, but there's 150, 170, 175. Those that's around where it's hitting just about every time, except for on the rose golds, it looks like, and then the ones that has, you know, we haven't looked into it, but there'll be a reason. You know, here's an unlocked AT&T, and it went for 217, and it'll be, let's look at it right quick. It's in excellent condition for one, which means, no, it's, I can already look and see that it's not in excellent condition, but the pictures are so dark you can't really tell. But it's whenever we go back over here, we'll look at, if I can get it to go back. Let's look at a 150-ish or so. Here's one. And it looks in pretty good condition. And so it will be, go the safe route every time. You may get $200 for it. And I'm trying to read what they're saying about it. Very good condition, no scratches, no dents, no chips, and it looked like it. And so it's a good buy at the 150 range there. And so plan on what you're going to price at is 150. You may ask more for it, trying to get the higher $215 or so, and that's fine. You can do that, but it looks like only the rose golds are the ones that are going for close to 200. Here's a space gray that went for close to 200. So it's got the box, the earphones, charger jack, I mean the cable and all that stuff, and so that boosts it up somewhat because it just appears to be like they're buying a new phone. So it works. It's unlocked. No, it's network locked to AT&T. And so price the phone. I would price this phone at 150. That's what I'm expect to be able to sell it for. I'll hope for more, but on the low end, if they describe it and it's an average phone, it will be worth about $150. So from there, you say, how much am I willing to give for it? Well, I would start off at $75. That's half of the 150. Doesn't mean they're going to go for it, but I'm going to say, hey, listen, we checked out your phone, and if it is as you say, it's with the dents and the scratches and whatever they say on their description, nicks and scratches, emphasize that when you're talking to them. With the nicks and scratches that you claim it has, it's on the low end of the quality scale, resale scale, and I'm willing to give 75. Well, they're going to be wanting that $150, and they might have already looked it up. They might have already seen other people selling them with around the same thing, and they're going to want $150, $200 for it because they're thinking that's what it's worth, and they're right. Except for you have to resell it, and that's what you have to educate your buyers about. Is listen, I understand that you'd like to get that $150 for it, but if you were to sell it for $150, you would have to pay eBay fees. You would have to pay PayPal fees. You would have to pay shipping fees. And that will bring your phone down 10, 20, 25. It'll bring it down around $115 to $120 you'll actually make on it. I'm willing to give you, $75 for it today. You'll be shocked how many people say, well, can you give me $100? And you go, well, I can't give you $100, but I can give you $80. And they go, all right, fine. They're not extremely happy about it, but they will sell it for that because they know they want the money and they need it now. So average, find where it hits at the most of the time, okay? And so what'll happen is if you pay $80, say you have to pay $100 for the phone. At the highest, you wouldn't want to pay over $100 for it because your top price that you'll get for it's $160 or so, and because that's what we're going to bank on is $150 to $160. We may price it higher than that, but that's what we're going to bank that we'll be able to get is say $160. And so the $150 to the $160, just say it sells for $150 like we were planning on. And that means we will have to pay 10% on eBay, which is $15, which makes it $135. And then you have to ship it, which costs $6 or $7. And so that makes it $125 or $130, about $130, $128. And so you have to pay PayPal fees, which is 3%. So that's $3 or $4. And so you're down to $125. And so if you pay $100 for it, you'll make $25. And that's not where you want to be, but it's where you can start. It's okay to start off that. As long as you make a profit, it's okay to buy and sell that phone. And as long as you do your checks, then and you research it and know that you can sell it and you won't get burned by the phone, then you already know that you're going to get 150, 160, and you may get 170, 180 if it turns out to be in good shape. And so take if you sold it for 150, then you make $25, and with that $25, that's if you gave the highest price you give for it, which is 100. Then you make 25. If you get it for 75, you make 50. Well, you take $50 a phone times 10 or 30 phones for that month, and that is how much? 30 times, that's $1,500 that you make, and for the month. And so whenever you offer 75 and you get to sell the phone, you list it for the first time you'll list the phone, you'll list it for say 180, 175, and and if they won't ever have the box and stuff, so you don't ever get to have that to help boost the price. But if it's a AT&T phone, you unlock it before you sell it, and that'll boost the price. And so you get to price it high the first time you go around. If it doesn't sell, then you may want to lower the price. And so you can put it on there for $200 and double your money if you paid $100 for it, minus your fees. And so that's however you want to work your. It depends on how quick you want to get rid of it. If you want to get rid of it real quick, you price it a little bit lower, right about where it's all hitting. And but the good news is there's phones on here. Here's a white one that went for $200. So you could take this phone that this guy's selling if it wasn't blacklisted, and give $75 for it, and sell it for $200 and make $125 minus your fees. You just have to, but you always price the phone. You always go with what you'll offer based on what you can sell it for. You don't know you can sell it for $200, but you can sell it for $150 to $160. So that's the price you go with. So that's how we check the phones, and we go through and price the phones by using the description of the phone, the Apple iPhone 6 Plus 16 gigabyte. Man, you know that's what it is because you looked it up on the IMEI, and then you click used and you click sold, and that will show you the listings that you can go by. And all of these are recent. They're all, today is February 27th, and it's 11 o'clock, and it's all within just a few hours. And so you know that this is the current price that they're going for. And so that's how you check the price. And so we'll come back, and I'm going to show you a couple extra tricks that where you can get this, and you can get it at a better deal, and where you can sell it not just on eBay, but you can sell it on swappa.com.